Hey everybody, woo, welcome back to Prison's House. Let's get our math on. Okay, so we're going to start on assignment number 7. Looks like this, with this thing. We're going to start on number 11. Alright, so that's where we left off in the last video. Now on this side I've given you different letters. You don't just have the altitude and the base. Sometimes I've given you the hypotenuse and the base, and sometimes I've given you the hypotenuse and the altitude. So it's the same type of situation, only we set it up a little bit differently, but same equation, all that's the same. So we start out for number 11, I tell you that B is equal to 4 and C is equal to 5. Same equation, so here's my equation up here. So I have 5 squared is equal to A squared plus 4 squared. This is 25 is equal to A squared plus 16. Subtract 16 from both sides. A squared is equal to 11. A squared is equal to 9. So I take the square root of both sides. 9 is 3 times 3. So I have 2 3's, I can take one out. So I have A is equal to 3. Alright, A is equal to 3. So that's number 11. Next up, number 12, I tell you that B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 6. So I have 6 squared is equal to A squared plus 5 squared. So I have 36 is equal to A squared plus 25. I subtract my 25. So I have 11 is equal to A squared. I take the square root. And I have A is equal to the square root of 11. Now remember, I can take out my A here. It's kind of a funny looking A. But I can take out my A because I have 2 of them. Because A squared means A times A. Alright? A squared is equal to A times A. I don't know why I can't draw an A today. Alright, nothing. Okay. So number 12, A is the square root of 11. Number 13, I tell you that A is 5. I don't know B, so I'm looking for B, and C is 7. So then I have 7 squared is equal to 5 squared plus B squared. I've got 49 is equal to 25 plus B squared. I subtract 25 from both sides. I get 24 is equal to B squared. I do my factor tree over here. 24 is the same as 6 times 4. So this is 2 times 3 and 2 times 2. I've got a pair of 2's, so I can bring out a 2. So I have 2 square root of 6 is equal to B, because it's the square root of both sides. So the answer for 13B is 2 square root of 6. And we're just going to keep trucking along. But we don't have a truck, so we're going to math along. Math along. I know you all think I'm crazy because I am. Okay, so now I tell you that A is 7, B is 4, and we're looking for C again. So I have C squared is equal to 7 squared plus 4 squared. C squared is equal to 49 plus 16. C squared is equal to 65. I take the square root. So I come over here and I break down 65. 65 is the same as 5 times 13. And I can't break this down anymore. So that means that 65 is a prime number. So I have C is equal to the square root of 65. And that's number 14. Here we go. Okay, so number 15, I tell you that A is 8 and C is 9. And we're looking for B. So I have 9 squared is equal to 8 squared plus B squared. So I have 81 because 9 squared is 81 is equal to 64 plus B squared. I subtract my 64 from both sides. And I get B squared is equal to 17. 17 is a prime number, So I have b is equal to the square root of 17. And that's number 15. Now again, remember, at any point in time, if I'm going too fast, that's why they're on here, you can pause and rewind. Rewind. And pause. You press the pause. Okay, so number 16, I tell you that a is equal to 1 and c is equal to 7. So I have 7 squared is equal to 1 squared plus b squared. That means 49 is equal to 1 plus b squared. I subtract my 1. 48 is equal to b squared. So I make my factor tree over here for 48. That's 12 times 4. 4 times 3. Now I can stop right now because look, I have 2 4s. And I would break these down to 2 2s and 2 2s, and I would take out the 2 2s and then multiply. But if I can see right now that I have 2 4s, that means I can stop and take out a 4. So that is 16 is going to be 4 square root of 3 is equal to b, because I took the square root of both sides, and that's what I get. And that's 16. Good? Good, maybe? Maybe? That's why we're practicing. That's why we're practicing the math. Next up, number 17. B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 9. So I have 9 squared is equal to a squared plus 4 squared. I've got 81 is equal to a squared plus 16. I subtract 16 from both sides, like so. I get, what do I get? I get 65. I get the square root, oh no wait, I get just 65 is equal to a squared. I take the square root of both sides. I get a is equal to the square root of 65. Because we just did 65, and we know that it's a prime number. It's 5 times 13. So that's number 17. Which is conveniently enough was the same number. No bitches. Okay. So now 18, I tell you that B is 6. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't erase it all. So I tell you that B is 6 and C is 8. So I have 8 squared is equal to a squared plus 6 squared. I have 64 is equal to a squared plus 36. Subtract 36 from both sides. I get a squared is equal to 28. I take the square root. I make a factor tree. 28 is the same as 7 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. So I have 2 2's, which means I can take one out. So a is equal to 2 square root of 7. And that is number 18. We're almost done. I know I sing better in class, right? Always. Okay, so number 19. I tell you that a is equal to 3. That's a 3. And b is equal to 1. And I'm looking for c. So I have c squared is equal to 3 squared plus 1 squared. C squared is equal to 9 plus 1. C squared is equal to 10. C, I take the square root of both sides. C is equal to square root of 10. Because 10 is a prime number. Prime number. Next, number 20. A is equal to 4. And B is equal to 5. And I'm looking for my hypotenuse. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, so I have c squared is equal to 4 squared plus 5 squared, which is 25. So I've got c squared is equal to 16 plus 25. C squared is equal to 26. No, wait. Number 1? 41. It's equal to 41. 41. So I take the square root. C is equal to the square root of 41 because 41 is a prime number. Not important. Okay. 21. Did we just 21? No. Okay. I say that A is 1 and B is 5, and I'm looking for my hypotenuse again. So I have C squared is equal to 1 squared plus 5 squared. C squared is equal to 1 plus 25. C squared is equal to 26. I take the square root of both sides. C is equal to the square root of 26 because 26 is 2 times 13. And those are the only two numbers I can go in there, and I can't break those down anymore. So, 21 is the square root of 26. Alright, number 22. 22. I tell you that B is 4 and C is 7. Yes, that's a 4. No problem. Okay, so I have 7 squared is equal to A squared plus 4 squared. So I've got 49 is equal to A squared plus 16. I subtract 16 from both sides, and I get 33 is equal to A squared. I take the square root. A is equal to the square root of 33. 33 is a prime number, because it's 3 times 11. Done with that one. Still some more left to go. Okay, so next is number 23. I tell you that A is equal to 2, and B is equal to 2. And we're looking for C. So I've got C squared is equal to 2 squared plus 2 squared. C squared is equal to 4 plus 4. C squared is equal to 8. I take the square root. Look at my factor tree over here. I've got 4 times 2 and 2 times 2. I have a set right here, so I can take out one set, so 1, 2. So C is equal to 2 square root of 2. And that again is this length. That is what we're finding. Alright, next, number 24. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 4. I'm still looking for C. C squared is equal to 2 squared plus 4 squared. C squared is equal to 4 plus 16. C squared is equal to 20. I take the square root. 20 is 2 times 10. 10 is 5 times 2. I have 2 2's. So I have C is equal to 2 square root of 5. And that's number 24. So number 25, I've got A is equal to 2, B is equal to 6. I'm still looking for C. So I have C squared is equal to 2 squared plus 6 squared. C squared is equal to 4 plus 36. C squared is equal to 40. I take the square root of both sides. Now I have 40 is equal to 4 times 10. 4 is 2 times 2. 10 is 2 times 5. I've got one set of 2's here, so C is equal to 2 square root of 10. Because this doesn't break down, so I can just use the 10 still. And then I have my one pair of 2's, so I can take out 1, 2. Okay. Alright, and that is part 2 of assignment number 7. Yay! Bye guys, I miss you.